What's up, Dunwoody? Welcome back to the podcast. It's all about Dunwoody, Georgia. My name is Matt Weber. I'm the host. Show's brought to you by Dr. Brett Friedman with Village Orthodontics, who I'm assuming is still a sponsor for Lemonade Days. Lemonade Days 2024.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes. Here he brings
Nice,
it.
nice. All right. Well, I'm excited because later this month we get to go to Lemonade Days, and that's like my kids. Well, I guess I can't go over the parade, but it's my kids' one of their favorite Dunwoody events every year. And so, tell us about 2024. What's new with Lemonade Days?
Well, first of all, I want to say I appreciate that, and this is the 24th annual festival, which is crazy to think it's been that long since its beginning of a tiny little, throw the dart or the rubber duck, and we've got all the good stuff that we bring to the hood every year. So it's still the big carnival rides. It's that awesome food and beverage. We have a new food vendor, Big Daddy Dane's,
Nice.
is bringing barbecue. And then I'm really excited because I've got Mexican Fiesta. It's like Mexican stall food. So it's like that awesome corn. And she's got some cool little like seltzer flavors. And then we've got Dunwoody authors coming back for, I want to say, the 8th year. And Jan Slimming has done a brilliant job in really developing that. Yeah. And she has expanded. I have to give her another tent because she's gone from 20 to 30 authors. And they are top tier, award winning. And that Saturday and Sunday, as in the past, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and noon to 6, our community has the opportunity to come in and meet some of the authors and ask them questions about how do you write and where's your inspiration, and purchase some books for signature. We've got our honorary Miss Lemonade Days 2024. It is a great honor and pleasure to announce on your podcast, Matt, because no press release has gone out, Sarah Massey is our 2024 honorary Miss Lemonade Days Queen.
Awesome.
And the honorary Miss Lemonade Days was started. This will be our 3rd year, and it's honestly a position that I appoint as a way to honor one of our volunteers who just worked tirelessly for the organization. And Sarah encapsulates all that. And so she got her lemoned up crown and her sash and her yellow roses, and children and adults can take their picture with Sarah at her selfie station on site. Our dates are, as usual, sort of, kind of, if other things like spring break don't interfere. Wednesday, April 17th, Sunday the 21st, Wednesday through Friday. It is 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. and it is Wednesday and Thursday family night. So come on for $20 and put all the kids in the strollers and get all the people in your cul-de-sac. You're going to get wristbands for $20 versus the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of 30.
Save money on Wednesday and Thursday.
Yes. And then Saturday, wow, big 12 hours. So 10 and then Sunday from noon until 6. So we've got our sponsors, of which Dr. Friedman is one, on site. From Saturday, same hours of Dunwoody authors, line in the drive. I did let Dr. Friedman know I may or may not have his popcorn machine that has been sitting in our storage since last year. So if he doesn't claim it this year, maybe someone who's listening to this will show up and say it's my popcorn machine. I may not check my keys, or I may take it onto my basement. So anyway, it's a great festival. I wanted this opportunity to thank the community because, to be honest, we should not be successful. We are only success because we're in a bunch of trees. And I'll never forget the carnival ride, peach rides which is a brilliant, brilliant company to work for. They are family. They are our festival family. I remember the owner being very, very skeptical when we pitched to him to please be our big Midway Carnival ride, because most carnivals are successful because they're drive-by from the
Yeah.
interstate, and that's how they're getting it. You can't even see us from the road. So were it not for the tremendous, amazing support of the community, we're a Dunwoody signature event. Thank you so much to the city of Dunwoody. Our police traffic control and security is by the Dunwoody Police Department. Were it not for the support of the community and all those festival goers, it couldn't happen. Yeah. So that's, we just thank them. I want to thank the surrounding churches for opening parking lots, paid or not paid. But again, it's kind of, I think, our county fair. And I have a new thing, and then I'll stop. So I thought of an idea called Lemonade Days Legacy. And so this might be its first public putting out there. But so, what I find is I have a lot of festival goers say, oh my gosh, it's so great. I grew up coming to Lemonade Days. I take my kids now. So if you're one of those people, then stop by our volunteer check-in, because you'll get a Lemonade Days lanyard. We want to recognize you as you're a Lemonade Days legacy, and that's what your lanyard says. That. So we want to put that out.
I thought some of the stuff that you mentioned earlier, I want to go back on the Dunwoody authors. I think that's really cool, where people can just walk up and actually meet the author. Like, I'm much more likely to read, I'm not likely to read a book, but much more likely to read a book if I've actually met the person in person. And I loved that they were all kind of standing around, and everybody was talking to them. Last time that I was there, I think we went 3 days for Lemonade Days last year. And every time I passed, there was always people, just hanging out and talking. And I think that's really cool. And then you also mentioned doing a selfie station with I think that's really cool too. It's like an Instagram world now. And
and I'm going to be honest, this whole Honorary Miss Lemonade Days, it really began 3 years ago, because one of the founding members, Queenie Ross of the Lemonade Days Festival, person who thought of it, put it on, later became a board member, created Dunwoody Preservation Trust. To be honest, she was turning a pretty big iconic age during the festival. And I just happened to learn about that, literally 6 weeks before. And I just thought, you know what? This woman has given so much, created DPT, created the festival, has given so much to this community. I want to do something to honor her. And to be honest, I was at my niece's 16th birthday, and she had this dorky crown with a 16. And I just thought, you know what? I'm going to make her Miss Honorary Lemonade Days. Yeah. And if I say honorary, nobody can come at me, because we didn't award it. It wasn't a competition. I just decided to do it. So I called my sister and I said, where'd you get that crown for Sophia? So I went online, I ordered a crown, hot glued a lemon in it. We got a sash, yellow rose. So the cool thing is, she was literally turning this iconic 80. She was turning 80. She has a large family, Queenie Ross. And so I told the whole family, not I, but at the time, someone in the family called everyone and said, we're going to surprise Mom. They came in from all over the South. And the Saturday of the festival, in a ruse, we just told, Queenie to show up or whatever. We had something, I don't even know what. Maybe the grandkids wanted to come. So it's pretty cool. Her whole family was there. We surprised her, gave her the crown, put that on her. But I think what we didn't understand in trying to honor her, we really created this magic moment for kids. Yeah. So the cool thing is that all of a sudden there was this crowd, and we happened to have a golf cart. So Tom Florence said, Queenie, get in the golf cart and we'll drive you around. And it was like we were in Walt Disney World and she was Cinderella. Yeah. And then she could walk around without kids. So from that little moment of trying to honor this remarkable woman, I thought, okay, we'll just keep going with
Yeah.
this. So, and then, you know, Barry Deutsch, who is our security director and just go-to guy, you know, he had the plan, he made the backdrop, and it's really cool to be able to give the kids who come to the festival this magic
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a lot. That was
No,
a
that's
lot.
okay.
But
Mark,
I
let's
think
talk about music, Mark. Dunwoody music.
Let's see. Well, this year we have Dunwoody Idol coming up. We have 10 singers that are going to be coming up and giving their all. We have our panel of judges who are going to be choosing a runner-up and a winner. The winner gets some free studio time, and then we'll also have the audience vote where people can hop on Instagram and vote for their favorite singer. And so we have kind of three singers that are chosen as kind of like our winners. Definitely the spirit of the event is a lot more about, you know, kids getting up there and being able to just, you know, express themselves through the medium of music. We got a great band lined up.
Yeah, I love that the kids get to get out of their comfort zone and try to do something that is, you know, they probably get up on stage at school, but I feel like this is different. You know, getting up on stage in front of a bunch of strangers it's way worse. It's way more difficult.
Yeah. Especially 500 of them, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And didn't you say that one of them has had some recent success from a while back? Who were you talking about before?
Yeah. We've had a bunch of the kids that have gone on, that have performed there, that have gone and pursued music much more diligently, like in college. One kind of recent story is Avery Bilski, who was a singer. I guess this was probably about 5 years ago. She put out a few singles. I guess. I forget the first one because it's really good. Cry Boy was one, but anyway, she moved up to Nashville and has been doing like writing and singing, and she had one of her singles that had caught some traction on TikTok. And from that, she's picked up like a publishing deal with Sony. So I think she's doing like,
Oh wow.
you know, writing for labels tend to keep like stock songs and that kind of thing. So like, you know, if they're like, hey, Blake Shelton needs a new banger, you know, they'll go and like dig around. And did Blake Shelton never have a banger? But I don't know. Anyway, but like, but you know, when they need new songs for these artists, that they'll kind of pull from this songwriting pool. But then my understanding is that she also is working on some releases of her own that will be put out under, I guess, an imprint, maybe with Sony or a sub label. Yeah. Like I don't have all the details. I'm not E-Magazine.
Well, no, that's really cool though, and I mean it's neat that you can be a part of that, you know, and I can be a small part of that. I'm the one that announced them on stage, you know, so I feel like I'm partly responsible for their success, right?
Exactly.
So Matt getting her first Grammy, it's going to be, and I'd so like to thank Matt Weber for Dunwoody.
No, and then as an additional prize, the winner gets to or is offered up to sing at the end of the parade, which has been really cool the last 2 years. I'm glad that we've done that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool. Like I like the spirit of it. Just that, you know, it's cool kind of having like the ceremonious aspect of like, hey, you know, the judges like this singer, but you know, like I think there's only been a couple times through the years where who I thought should have won was the winner, and I mean I think that's kind of the subjectivity of art, and I think, you know, the singers going into that, I think go in with that mindset of like, you know, this is an opportunity to get up there and do something that you love, and you know, some of them get up there and they're like, okay, once was enough, and then there are others who are like, I love that, and I think take the ball and run.
Yeah.
So, you know, if an opportunity like this is that you know, little spark that maybe gets something going or is just a stepping stone along the way, like it's just cool to be able to provide that.
Absolutely. So, you want to what I rudely interrupted you before you got into the Battle of the Bands. That's something new this year.
Yeah, this year we're adding like a Battle of the Bands thing. This is going to be we've just invited like a few of the local schools to come out and bring their music students or their ensemble and play. So we've got Peachtree Middle, Dunwoody High School, Mount Vernon, and Atlanta Academy, and we're just going to do like, you know, just kind of a battle the bands in a sense. So people
A
can come
friendly
and,
school competition.
yeah, no one's gonna be throwing hands. That's next year. You gotta up the ante. Yeah, so people will be able to come out and they can cast a vote for their favorite band, and votes are $1, and then the band with the most votes is declared the winner. And but all of those funds raised are just going to go directly to the music programs of each school.
Okay.
So thought it'd be just kind of a nice community building event, opportunity to support the arts in Dunwoody.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we appreciate everything that you do, Mark, and that's one of my favorite parts of Lemonade Days is that Friday, Saturday, lots of live music, and I think a lot of people appreciate that. And he's gone. Hope, we have just had a horrible time with this recording, but let's finish it up. Anything else that you want to mention?
Wrap this up.
Yeah.
Just that again, the Dunwoody Preservation Trust is just so remarkably blessed to have this tremendous community support, and it's really kind of an honor to do this every year. And I get people asking, what's your favorite part of the festival? And first of all, I like to say I like to say I set us up for success, and then once the doors open, the village takes over, and we have a great village of which you're part of it, allowing us to be here, being our MC for Dunwoody Idol. And we just, we've got great volunteers that come back year after year. But my favorite part is that I just stop and I look, and the smiles on people's faces and the hugs and the love. And, it's seeing old friends and making new ones. And, I see people will contact me and say, can I have my child's 12th birthday party there? And that's my favorite part, is just to stop and to let it soak in and to realize, what a great community, what a great city we have. It's a fun, heartwarming, exciting time to be there, to see all the different members of the community and all these aspects just coming together on a beautiful spring day in a gorgeous park and just enjoying being out and being a part of something bigger than them.
No, absolutely. It's very similar to the parade, and the way that you look at it, the way that I look at it. You work hard leading up to it, and then once it starts, it's kind of like, all right, well, wherever it goes, and it does. It turns our city into like such a small town all of a sudden, just for one weekend or one day in our July 4th.
And I think that's what everybody wants. And I heard other people in other other parts of Atlanta just talk about exactly that Dunwoody is like a small town into itself, and it's a very connected community who very much supports each other's businesses and, each other's activities and events. And I, maybe like you, just feel really, really special to be able to be a part of that and to offer that and to give that.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good wrap up, Hope.
Okay.
So,
sounds
okay,
good.
everybody. So April 17th through the 21st. It's cheaper the first 2 nights on Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is $30. Wednesday and Thursday is $20. But you got to come out at least one of those days because it's a lot of fun. I would suggest coming on the weekend. It's a little bit busier, but maybe you can come Wednesday and Thursday. This is what we do, at least. Come Wednesday and Thursday, ride the rides, and then on Saturday and Sunday, just show up at the park and walk around, and there's always something to do. Make sure you check out Dunwoody Idol on Saturday night, too, because that's my personal favorite. What's that? 6 o'clock. It starts at 6 o'clock. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Hope. We appreciate it.